That does not sound very stable. Yeah, whatever, I guess. I'm still gonna have to do the intro, right? I suppose so, if it decides to stop lagging. What's up, guys? It's nitrofryz here, and welcome back to Doki Doki, whatever. I no longer... February 27th. So who should I... Oh. Yeah, whatever. It won't matter, anyway. Since I already clicked on it, I didn't mean to. Yeah, spacebar. Yeah, I know that. Not charging. Son of a fucker. Alright. Hi again, Fry. Yeah, I know. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon enough you'll coming up with a masterpiece. Aha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Well, that's what I was planning on doing. I gave my poem to Monica, just 3 dots. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like a dynamic duo. It's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably, but you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club. Don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. I'm just teasing. Shut up. That's the only quip I'm gonna do with anything. But they're super interesting people. Don't be afraid to give them a share of the time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. It's not like I'm not unapproachable or anything, am I? No, nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here. That's all. Sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I didn't really mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Also, for this one, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for it. Like, if I'm just gonna read the dialogue and, like, you know, make a quip or something at the end or whatever, or I'm not sure. I just want to get finished with it. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. I want to read hers. Save me. This is giving me some red flaggish things here. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise. It won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. And then there's a bunch of load me. Is that it? That was... I don't know why that entire chunk was just there for no reason. It's even more abstract than your last one. And that's not a... Oh, crap. Okay, I thought it crashed for a second. It's a lot more abstract than your last one. I guess I like the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Well, you didn't fill up the entire thing, you know. If you had to do a full page paper, I would have only gave you like a 70 or something. And that's barely passing. It's just a kind of thing I had never really seen before, I guess. Can you fucking stop for a second? Please? Come on. Alright, so, moving on. It's not, I haven't seen that before. It's kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Well, you didn't really use all that space. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes me feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's really hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what the poem is about is the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, it's Monica's writing tip of the day. Here we go, everybody. Write this down. You gotta take notes. Sometimes you gotta find yourself facing a difficult situation. And when that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? You're really creepier. This is starting to creep me. But I guess I'm gonna save it right now, I guess, you know, I gotta take that tip to some extra use today, so I can, if the spooky game starts, remembering, hey, I gotta be spooky, I can go back, right? I can change stuff. I hope I can change stuff. Still aren't fucking. Alright. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening, yeah. Where should I vote to next? I did Yuri first last time, so I suppose it's you next. I'm not gonna be a complete butthole this time. I wanna get through it. Well, it's not really worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better. You don't have anything to say. I let you off. Look what I told my viewers. I told that I wasn't gonna let you have anything bad, and look what I had. Look what you did. View what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take it as a win. I get the feeling that you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Is that a thing? Oh my god. Well, keep practicing and maybe you'll be good as me someday. Never say that. It makes me want to vomit. Something tells me she completely missed the point of what I was trying to say. She's actually batshit insane. Come to think of it, this kind reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might as well be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck her as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? What the fuck? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? What was that supposed to mean, bro? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. Aw. I wanna throw her down so much, man. I wanna take her face and, that was really loud. Alright. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably be fly away, letting go of a balloon. We could say we take care of each other in our own way, don't you think? Does she have anything good to say? Finally? Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. See, this is why I don't like her. She's so fucking asshole-ish. Here. Like, oh, I guess I'll show you my poem. Wow, okay. Like you didn't care before, it wasn't an obligation to show me? What the fuck's wrong with you? Listen to this music, it sounds so fucking like Rugrats or something. No disrespect to Rugrats, but it's like some I'd play. I gotta search for this song like as an ear rape thing and be like, yay, or whatever. Amy likes spiders. I gotta talk in a lisp so it makes sense what I'm talking about. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's not why I'm friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song, and every time she sang the chorus, my heart would bounce to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried to not let her touch me. She's like spiders, so her hands are probably really gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders, though. What if her friends start... Shut up. Go away, go away, go away. Go away, go away. What if her friends like spiders too? That's not why I'm friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone that Amy's black. Not bad, right? It's a bit longer than yesterday's. I feel like you have the mentality of like a 4th grade student. I was just warming up. I had to purposely talk in a retard voice in order to make yours sound like that. I hope you didn't think that that was the best I could do. Of course not. Everything out of you sucks. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward, I guess, in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain the complicated issues in such a simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree, the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know any people like that? Yeah, Suki. Yeah, I'm bringing it back. Sorry, Mom. This is some serious risky business we got here. Of course. It's how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. Okay. I wrote it to be easily to relate to. Anyone has a weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? It makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird shit. Well, you're definitely right, you know. If you're not a brony. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure it's not other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. In here. Not in here, your face. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. I have to write every single day. I'm in here. That's why I don't like book clubs. Well, literature clubs. I guess you don't have to read to be in there, but you have to write poems in there. And I'm not a good writer. My writing looks sloppy. Who should I show my poems to next? So many choices. Okay, best girl. Let's see what you've written for today. See, look, this is the most nice. Why wasn't the last girl like that? She was like, oh, I guess I'll show you my poem. No, you better be polite. Look at that. See, look at that. Well done, Fry. Your skills are definitely improving. Yay. Look at my skills, guys. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Yeah, again, for being the best person here. It's gonna start getting spooky or something. Coming from you, that means a lot. Yeah. It's nothing. So just take a compliment, please. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. You being humble way too much, man. Don't sit. You gotta stand up and stop being humble. You know. Don't sit down. I know you're new to this, but don't worry if it seems like your poem can't feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. The way to truly enable your reader to see your mind. A very intimate exercise. I see. That was some knowledge. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing that. I have, well, an example of you. You have to read it. Of course, is it the poem you wrote for today? Okay, and timidly, hands in the. It sounds the most elegant out of all of the soundtracks that I've heard play. It's definitely better than an ignorant jerk that I heard from earlier. Do you guys know who that is? A raccoon. Why am I reading this? This is... I won't say any racist stuff. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as I was wondering. As an unordinary human, I can't read cursive, yeah. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon in sentiments its phase, and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon comes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread comes handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Okay, okay. It was a bit more daring than style from yesterday's. Is it charging? Okay, it's good. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it was my fault, but I started to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer of my preferred writing style. Is using my canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I can take that at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Is everything about unusual hobbies today? Is that the theme? Something? Or is that the tone? The tone of here. See, I'm starting to get into this book club where I gotta use these words and stuff. Because I got an exam or whatever coming up. So I always enjoy writing about it. Huh, that's funny. Did Natsuki also write something about that? About being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She's talking about how it doesn't matter into you as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, come on now. Does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like that kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But that's supposed to be my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Oh, some drama? Yeah. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that with me. After all, I didn't learn anything to embrace my own weirdness. I'd probably hate myself. I know you're expecting a joke right now, so I'm just gonna give you one. Gonorrhea. There you go. Now we can go now. I'm glad you're a good listener. And now we're back. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone could come sit in the front of the room, please. So is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do you really have to do something for that? So like we can put something together good for just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves in front of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple. Don't even trip. Come on. We need to do a lot more than a few decorations. Sarah has been working on the posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can hurk out for the event. Alright, it's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're going to be doing for it. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing what? She can't even get it out of her mouth. That's how, Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. What are we going to do up there? We're going to read up there. We're going to stand on a float and we're going to read a book. They're going to be hauling a giant book across the street along with everybody else. You know what's even better and more degrading than that? We're just going to get in a giant foot across the street. Yeah, a giant foot with authentic smell. Each of us are going to be choosing a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're going to let everyone come up and recite poems too. She's putting all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare. Do you know how lame that sounds though? Oh, and look, it's the main man. Woman. We're coloring a poster. Who holds it? Are you kidding me? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Well, I did. Did you really think it was a bad idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I just didn't sign up for this. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsu. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, she shakes her head in fear. Guys, and this is where the sitcom moment comes in, where protagonist comes in and eventually convinces everybody to do it. Guys, no, Sayori. Oh, what? I understand where they're coming from. Remember that they'd never shared their poems with anyone until a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite them out loud in front of a room of people. Look how they got their eyes shut down. Closed like that. It's like they're on an album cover or something. Jesus, sound quit glitching out. Oh, so I'm sorry. So are we not gonna do it, or are we gonna do something else? What are we gonna do then? Oh, we can still go with my foot idea. But, oh no. I still think we should give it our best. Oh, here's where it comes in. And where it makes sense. We're the only ones responsible for this fate of the club. It rests in our hands, and our pens, and our papers, and our books. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. Okay, no. And more people will perform. Will be utter Babel. I can't read. Will be it. Well, better. Well, bet. Will be lit. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings. Yay, being intimate with yourself. I'm demonetized now. Why'd you have to say that? Well, now wouldn't be a good idea since the last 23 minutes. Yeah, I'm paying attention to the time. How y'all doing now? You got snacks? Enjoying the vid? Finding new horizons and having fun. That's right. For those reasons, we're in the club today. Don't worry, I'm tough enough. You want to share it with others to inspire them to have the same feelings you were in the first place. I know you do. We all do. And if that takes standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem for 2 minutes that you don't even have to look at the crowd for 2 minutes, that you can legitimately have your book in front of your head for 2 minutes, then I know you can do it. For 2 minutes! Jeez. You know what I can do in 2 minutes? I can be intimate with myself and remain silent. Sorry, looks worried. I gotta say the detail in like its game. Whoever made it. I guess that leaves me no choice. The protagonist. Let's get this done. I agree, y'all. What I have to say, y'all, again. I don't think it's too much to ask. You know, for 2 minutes of work. You don't have to sound. Can you work with me right now for this video? Alright. I want to record for one vid, you know. I want to get done for 2 minutes. Or 2 hours or whatever. How y'all doing? I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. At least we could do is help them out a bit. But I can help them out too. With my idea. What does everybody like? Wearing shirts. Everybody likes wearing shirts. Except nudist people. They don't like wearing anything. But we're not those that's not our main target. Our target is for people that like wearing clothes. What do we start selling? Clothes with books stapled to them. I'm kidding. But what we do, we get shirts that represent the club. You know what I'm talking about? We can get merch. We gotta get some merch from people. We gotta get people wearing merch. We can all like wear matching shirts and everything, and everyone, and we'll get like 200 members by the end of the year, guys. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with for 2 minutes. It's not like you're just gonna stand up there with your book and go, look at this. Thanks, Natsuki. Yes, and shout out to Speedy Gonzalez 2041 for shouting me out in the live stream when I basically just when he was forced to after I spammed in his comment section, you know. Good. What about you? You dejectedly glances around anyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. Why do I'm gonna have to say these. I guess I really have any choice. That's everyone. You're the best. This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine. And guess what? Save. We'll be fine. But anyway, let's move on to the main event of WrestleMania. I want to choose a poem. Wait, I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other, like in a group. No way! Monica, come on. It's too sudden, but we just got through. We just got through for 2 minutes. I'm sorry. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how are you going to expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start it off to help everyone feel more comfortable. Can I go next? Aha, of course. Look how pissed. I see a bunch of different emotions from people. Like, you know, happy, and then pissed off, and then happy, I think, and then, like, you know, embarrassed or whatever. I don't know what that is. Okay, now let's see. She flips through her notebook to see a specific problem she has in her mind. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is called The Way They Fly. Ahem. She starts reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. I don't know what that anything, but I know she knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. And I know what each of you are thinking. The audio buzz. Well, shut up. This goes on. I glanced around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. It looks amazed. She has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, she finishes through a citation. The four of us applaud. She takes a breath and leaves. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was hoping to set a good example, and are you ready to go next? I will go next. For real? Wah! I gotta do like the Waluigi thing. Wah! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden, clutches a sheet of paper in her hands and stands up, keeping her head down. Like I said earlier, this poem is called, and guess what? You can do it. Yeah, we gotta put it like a not pressure, but like calm down, like a 6th grader or something. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. His voice shakes as she starts reading it. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? She gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. His quivering words transforms into a sharp syllables into fierce and confident whammon. Last like you're on. The poem is full of twists and turns, like a structure that she emulates with perfect timing. It must be a rare glimpse of whirling fire that she keeps concealed inside of her head. Finally, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. She snaps back into reality. Okay. Spaghetti. As she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. Again, it's like that thing in Parappa, the rapper. Like, whenever, like, he has an idea, it's like, I have an idea. I just have to believe. And, like, it's up to the protagonist to save the story. Bruh. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins in as we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were just caught off guard, like, yo, did you just do that, boy? What? As we applaud, she holds her poem to her chest and rushes back. Dang, look at that, she gone. Alright, stop fucking. Yeah, that was really good. Did you see how fast that was? She went like off of the screen. You know, if it's not like 3 FPS like last time. I'm looking at you. Fucking OBS. Huh? Alright. Looks like she's down for the count. Okay, now it's your turn. But wait a minute, who's okay? Hops from her chair and cheerfully walks. This one's called My Meadow. Aha, shut up. Sorry, I giggled. Yeah. You're making me read this really strangely. Sorry. You still gotta read that. You still gotta read. She doesn't know how to read. Just go into the charge hole. Go into the charge hole right now. Oh my gosh. Come on. Okay, good. It's a lot harder. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think like you're reciting to other people, like you're reciting it to yourself in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay, then. She begins her poem. It feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheerful. It's serene and bittersweet. Like, I don't know. I don't have an analogy. If I read this on the paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it from Sayori's voice gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I knew and through, so I can get deeper. Shut up. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! I did it! Shut up. Good God. Even Fry liked it. I guess it's a good sign. What does that mean? And she doesn't answer my question. The atmosphere fits in nice, but it might be other poems not work out with the kind of delivery. I don't understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, what I've been practicing on my thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of anyone. Shut up. Next time you're going to do it, pick a poem that challenges you a bit more. We don't have much time for the festival. Okay. Okay, now who's next? The last one. Wait, oh yeah, I forgot. I have to go. Dang it. Don't make me go before Fry. It's not like I can compare to you guys. Shut up. Well, okay. Might as well let Fry lower everyone's standards before... Can I have permission to like rip her stupid fucking pigtails off? That's... It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over it. I want to lower everyone's expectations. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up at the poem. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Since I just read it like like this. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. It's kind of like how I read it. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities, but more about the lack of confidence in your writing. It's something to improve over time. Yeah, maybe. Alright then, that leaves just you. Yeah, I'm going. Alright, go. Shut up. Jeez. Do I ever, like, go back in my vids and be like, holy shit, he is cringy. Whoop, get out of here. Begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called, why are you all looking at me? Well, because you're on the podium. What are we supposed to do? Because you're presenting. Come on now. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. I can't wait for this. Oh, I'm about to bust like a kidney. Takes a breath. Once you start reciting her poem, her salty attitude disappears a little. While she's a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's her trademark style. She works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. Her words make me feel like they bounce up and down as giving her life. When she finishes, everyone applauds. He huffs back to her seat like a bad girl walk or something. It wasn't so bad. Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again, or I'm gonna stab you. Oh, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want in front of other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. Well, why? That's a surprise. I think it would be the other way around. Well, I think how it is, so. Well, I guess in that case, do you always have that smile on you? Well, because I haven't seen another expression. Well, I have, but, not a lot. I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope everyone has an idea of what it's like. Make sure to pick a poem. The festival's tomorrow? Pick a poem and enough practice for the festival. I'm making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time before you begin reciting. Jeez. I should probably find another poem to recite. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm pleasantly surprised. You're being way too nice to me. It makes me happy. Yeah, well, no problem. Okay, everyone. Music changes. And now it's time for it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write a poem for tomorrow. I'm the youth minister. It's been working out really nicely so far. Jesus Christ died for our sins, you know what I'm talking about. So I'd like to continue that, you know. You want to show up next Wednesday to the youth group, you know. I drive a bus. I wear sandals. Ate Chipotle. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. So it's Friday right now? I can do this. I can do this. Alright. Alright! I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm, Sayori and Monica, but I'll find my best to get through it. That's right. Your boy got this. I get this. Right. And for the sake of impressing Monica, I don't want to impress Monica. I don't want to do that. Well, I mean, like, he's really nice, and I think I've already made my mark, but that's not the one I want to impress, though. I don't want her. She can go for somebody else. She can, like, screw a bookmark or something. I don't know. I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable. Something's gonna happen, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Why do I always have to be the snark? And this one, no, I'm not the snark. The narc. It's just she's the narc. Don't make such a big deal out of it. that doesn't look right there. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, you don't have to say it. Did something just happen to you? Oh, yep, that's what happened. Whatever, let's go already. And there our house. This is like a nice neighborhood, though. I'll walk home, so it's been a few days. A lot of things have already changed, but today she's being a little quieter than usual. Hey, sorry. Sorry, I was spacing out. No shit. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, she fumbles with her words like a football player. I don't know why I needed to have that analogy for it, but I'm just gonna keep going and act like it didn't happen. So, let's say one day you're asked to walk home with you. Huh? I'm just as confused as you are, huh? What? Would you? What kind of question is that? You're putting me on the spot. I would, sure. Ugh, I should have saved. Can I go back? History. I was spacing out. So you're putting me on the spot here. Okay, return. Why can't I go over here, huh? Why does that thought make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Hi, you admitted it. I didn't. Jesus. Wow. There's not even any point to speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe. Just, I'll think about it. It's not long before you need me anymore, you know? Need you? What? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head enough. Sorry. Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. Even if you say so. Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird situation, but I can't lie to her. If there is something that makes her happy, I'll just hate to take that away from her. That's why there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time. Now it's Saturday, I think, and I have to write another poem. Okay, let's see what to do. I need to use some new words. Okay. Adventure. I guess special is with that. I need to... What should I'm guessing. Beauty, I guess. I wish I could just literally just get through this. Whirlwind. Scream. Forgive. There's like no, I'll go strawberry. Shiny, yeah. Vibrant. Dance. Essence. Hell yeah, let me use that. Fantasy. Ambient. vitality. Kitty. Flavors. Pure. I got a few more to go, so Bliss. Heaven Set. I haven't seen that. Ribbon. Sweet. After image. Charm. Cheer. Vacation. Okay. And Vivid. I think I gotta use another one. Raindrops. I'm writing straight fire in here. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I walked into. Were you practicing the piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up the piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club won't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy and willing to help you out for the festival. I can't wait for the... Hold up. Why are you so happy right now? I legit never see you happy like that. What? How can you not wait for the festival now? That's a pretty good smile, I guess. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it like you complain about everything? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but the whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Do they usually have fried squid? It's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on, aren't you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon Ika. I don't get it. Mon Ika. Huh? That's a bit sour. That's not how you say my name at all. That joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus. That was something. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori? Oh yeah, there you are. Sitting at the desk in the corner, looking down at nothing. I walk over. Hey, Sayori. I waved my hand in front of her face. Yeah, you're spacing out again. Yeah, sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to anyone else. That's not how it's supposed to go, isn't it? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It feels like you're a bit off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, don't worry so much about me. I'm fine, see? He gives me a big smile, but not like that gnat smile, you know. Ooh, jeez. Alright. If you say so. I warmly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else, but the conversation is already dispersed. So, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Wait, was it Thursday? Or was it Friday? I guess it was Thursday. It's Friday now, I guess, sir. You've been preparing for the festival, must be spending a lot of time. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through the SAM papers at her desk. Fry, what's up? Hey, this might sound a bit strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into this a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser around. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm not surprised that I'm asking you, Fry. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she's really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to know if you knew anything, so I'll drop it. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, so I care about the well-being of my club members. And friends, you know, you just said that earlier. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you serious about that? She seems like she wants to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. What do you mean by that? I mean save game. So I'm saying that maybe the things on your mind is up to you, Fry. How on earth would you come up with that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sarah talks about you more than anyone else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. There's an extra light turned on inside her. What? No way. Sorry is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. And it's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Fry. I didn't say anything funny. Have you thought that you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's how she is around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. Try to talk to words, not all that for now. Alright. Now, meaningly, I know I forgot all I said about it. I won't be able to get her words out of my head. She stands up in front of her desk, walks to her room where she's sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Story and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice quiet so I can't hear. I sigh and sit myself down. I know she told me not to worry about it and have some fun like everyone else, but it's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her? That I'm letting this weigh me down so much. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides to wait for Monica to come back. Okay, everyone. And she came back really fast. After some time passes, she calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. We all retrieve our poems, I make eye contact, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she's talking about. I'm talking really fast. Who should I show my poem to first? Who did I not show it to first, though? I didn't show it to somebody first, so so I'm trying to get everybody out. I know I showed her it first, and her it first, and that was like 2 poems. Alright, that was 2 poems. So I guess I'll show Monica last, and I guess I'll show you first. Sure, I haven't showed you right. This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. It's about as good as yesterday's, anyways. I see what we're going for, but it's not really my style. I mean, it's fine. Mostly that you're trying to glide a bit. Well, of course, at least I'm trying. Well, why are you so emotionally invested in my poems, anyway? Isn't that a more compliment to me? No, gross. I didn't say anything that would trigger that, but it's not like I care. It's that one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you just ended up scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, so why would I have to, even if I have to put up with you? She elbowed, you elbowed me? Okay. Now you crossed the line. I have full permission to, like, body slam her now, right? Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away, I don't know. I was just joking. Shit. Okay, you know, no worry. I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt me. Maybe it was funny to her seeing me in pain, but it was the point. Maybe I should just really watch my mouth around that, Suki. Anyway, she holds her poem out to me like nothing happened. I'll be your biatch. Okay. I'm going. Do I have to read it still? No, I'm not going to read it in the Mike Tyson sound. I'm just going to read it still. I'll read it normally. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so filled with troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your light, the sea that sparkles with brilliant light, the walls in your mind that will melt away before the sunny glow. Okay. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. You know? I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in the way that you had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile and bathe your sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. I'll see your memories in a foot trail. Let you see in a sail. Whatever. I'll remember your reasons that you're wonderful when you press your. Oh my god. Have I already got it? Yeah. I'll be the beach that makes your worries away that you dream about. Yeah. Hey, you mind if I rap this? Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write about something, a nice message. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write about negative things about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, then came up with the message later. Yeah, well, that's only because of what happened yesterday. You and Yuri realized that we kind of wrote about the same thing, so we wanted to pick a topic that have us both write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. She makes us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. It's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. There's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was a good practice. Okay. Next, I'm gonna do you next. Because you're usually the last one. Hi, Fry. I just name on purpose. Have you ever thought about what you wanted to submit to perform at the festival? Being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Well, whatever you do, I'm sure it will turn out great. Oh my. Alright. It would also make me very happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. I could take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. It's funny how your poems have always been getting more similar each day. You're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending so much time with her lately, haven't you? You better stop it. I guess you could say that. Whatever. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing her as much past year. But since I joined the club and spending a lot of time together again, I see. I've been learning about it. That reminds me about how Sayori's been a bit off. Yes. What did you get some intel? Did you get some intel? Well, Fry, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Oh, of course not. She's treating her like I always do. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It'd be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since she joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. It really isn't the time to be talking about this. So give me your poem. Gosh. The lady who knows everything. Oh my god, this is actually... An old tale tells a lady who wanders earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, a victim of the currents of wind. Day after day I search within a little hope, knowing the legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, oh, there we go, it goes along with it. When all the others are turned away, the legend that still remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twit-lit sky, or whatever. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and 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 I fall. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. The hand catches me between the thumb and the forefinger. A hand of a beautiful lady, a look in her eyes, find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds with a hollow voice. I have found every answer of all amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we all seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with her breath, she blows me the fact afloat. That was deep, boy. I feel like learning and looking for answers that are sorts of things that give me life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we all had the answers, why wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, it's one thing I've noticed. Like, everyone in the club affirms writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't have anything to write about. Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Sorry about that. I think like that was like an in-joke or something. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day, guys. Make sure to write this down. I know I've been monotone this entire time, but here you go. You gotta write this down. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not good enough? Well, it can really be disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something that you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing is a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you what your writing is good, or what is okay and what is bad, they want to focus more on anything that went into it. Things that you can work on. It's more encouraging that way, and it makes you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? And that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Boom! And we're done, people. Who should I show it to next? I guess say where it was next time, so I'll make sure that's not right. 3 dots. What's all up? This is your best one so far. It's really nice, Fry. Thanks, I guess. I only chose the words that I didn't use twice again. It's been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Yeah, well, of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to like a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me. I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Fry, I'm still a little surprised. Even though I really thought that you tried to write your poems the way Sayori does. Or even Natsuki, but in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one that likes the one most. Why? You don't want to get closer with anyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I don't try hard to impress them. See, I still understand the most area. You know you have sometimes to put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. Well, we have like a wavelength or something, whatever something the other person said. That's how the poem came out. It feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life, so it comes easier to write about something about you. Sorry? No. What happened? Yo, is that crap? Boy. Oh shit. Okay. Things got serious. Holy okay. Need to get a serious face on, guys. No. Is that tears in the eyes? Holy fuck. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? She has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everybody else's instead, this would be so much easier. Sorry, I glanced around the room to make sure nobody has noticed. Sorry, I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Can you tell me what will cheer you up? She shakes her head, sniffles, and keeps shaking her head. She gathers herself up and puts on a smile. It's nothing. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry she had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. The smiles from everyone, okay? Alright, that's all that matters. we'll play anything else, because that freaked me out, legit. No, I didn't see that before. I'm gonna go home a bit early today. Sorry. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well. I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, she truly walks out of the room, humming to herself. Okay, she gone. Wait, that's the last person I showed it to you this time. Well, on, you'll be first next time. That was something. Well done. You've improved your writing over the course of this few days. Has my advice been helpful? Definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's been a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. Shut up. I know I mispronounced that. Remember, you need to thank Monica. I felt like we all were awkward at first. Now it seems like everyone's enjoying and sharing the writing, and others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I'm afraid this whole thing would be a chore. It would all been a great time for me to spend some personal time with the girls in the club. But it's really been fun getting to know everyone in the writing. I guess I'm doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Fry? Well, you know, how I like to say that writing's a very personal way to get in touch, but in the end it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer, or even my opinions are just opinions, you know. As always, I believe that as always, I believe what's the most important in exploring and exploding your soul. That's just comforting. It's not disappointing or anything, right? Why me? Because you're the most sophisticated with the writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? She thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. It's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking. Being disliked. Yuri. As I say it again. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright, what do you want to share your own poem now? Okay, here it is. Again. This might be the last thing. You know, when this day ends, I'm gonna end the episode off. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth chastically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray, rolling clouds, an endless enigma, an easiest world to get lost in. There is one where everything can be found. Only one can build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, a tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down like a blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where the toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I'll sink my toes into the gentle ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my piece to erode and share at the shore. Drift forward and I return to the earth forevermore. It was good. More that the beach is a Natsuri and Yuri wrote about the same thing again. They wrote about the beach. But I did my best to make a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? No, she wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose I better compare differences in our writing styles. Or our thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wants to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have any particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But well, I suppose it's not bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. You thought that topic was simple? Usually, no, never mind. I think I agree. Thanks for sharing, and now I'm done. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? So why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? I didn't realize anything. Something did sound a bit unusual. You deviated from your usual catchphrase. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Yuri isn't here. You see, that you're right. Story always lightens the mood off a bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little while she's not around. Where the heck should she run off to, anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Show some decency. Oh, come on. Actually, she wasn't feeling too well, or she went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Oh, of all times not to come home, you picked the time that she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. I want to just pluck the little the little head off of the body. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Ray. And second, yes, Roaster, she's been kind of avoiding me today, so I don't want to force it. Oh, that curious expression coming from Yuri. Of all people? What the fuck? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to... You're dodging me. You're cock-blocking me. You are psychologically cock-blocking me from this. You need to stop. Actually, it's also a stolen joke. I hope you know that. If you catch that reference, please, just do whatever. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. She'll be making cupcakes like you usually do. Well, we need a lot of them. Different flavors. Can you handle making them all by yourself? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'll be printing and assembling all the all the poetry pamphlets. So, is this getting annoying how I say pamphlet? Yeah, it won't grow old at all. It will not grow old at all. It won't even get annoying. Sori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something? I'm useless. No, it's not it at all. You're the most talented person here. Now, Nav, what, I need to go back to what I used to say. Asuki is pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Suri enough credit, but I can tell things are getting harder when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't be a leader on my own, then I can't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting. So you should make some banners and decorations to set up the atmosphere. About that. I love the atmosphere! It's amazing! And she stares at her desk and focus to start nodding to herself. Like she rips off her shirt, she turns into Hulk Hogan. Yeah! Yeah, but, she gives a bra on, but she's still Hulk Hogan, sister. Yeah, that's great. It'll be wonderful help. But anyway, that leaves just me, the makers. I need to just believe in myself. It's time for me, whatever I say, whenever, I need to help him out. The one who's truly useless. The one who's truly useless. Yeah, that's a fitting title for me. I'm going to put that in my description or something like that. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri are pretty heavy tasks to handle. I think it would go a long way to give one of them a hand. So you could always help me out as well. I would really appreciate that. That's... Is she suggesting that I spend the weekend with one of my club members? I didn't even know that. How are they going to respond to a question like that? I suppose I wouldn't... Wait, do I need to choose who I spend the weekend with? Well, even you don't know how to bake, and there's some dirty work I'd give to you. Hold on, I need to do 2 different ones. I'll put it in an empty slot there so I can go back to it. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give to you. It's not like Monica's gonna give me a choice, like you didn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Zuko always tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, you mentioned that you'd like to handle baking on your own. Fry may not like to be around you if you make him be a nuisance, so therefore he may be more suited in assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard can it be making a few decorations? Sounds like you're just making excuses for Fry to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work in baking, isn't it? It's just what you think. Okay, guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Fry to decide what he wants to do. Besides, he hasn't gotten the chance to spend any time with me. So I'm sure he'll be interested in... You literally just said... Okay. I'm just saying, though. Can we just settle this already? You're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. So I have to make a decision. Ow! Oh my gosh. I have to make a really hard decision here. I thought it was just like the people right now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who to choose. I don't know who to pick. Ah, crap. Shit. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm gonna overwrite the save. Yes, and I'll overwrite that save it too. I'm gonna stop right here. Thanks for watching or whatever. Until next time, stay fresh everybody and peace out. Oh yeah, and bye.